Hi friends and new friends, I'm Tao of Satoshi, and you're watching Cash Alternative TV. Wow, what was that? Anyone who's been watching my show since the beginning will know that that's a brand new intro. Well, it was done by Randy Dyer. He's a music and sound designer out of Tel Aviv, Israel. And he was interested in getting into Dash. He was into Bitcoin, but then he sees that Dash's innovations and he was interested in joining us. So he gave me a good deal, and I gave him some Dash, and now he's part of Dash Nation. He's going to be on my show soon. We're going to be talking about how he got interested in Dash, and he will offer his services to the community. So pay attention for that one. It should be good. So now we're going to get into the topic of this video, which is, what does it take to build a successful cryptocurrency? I've had a lot of conversations in the Dash Nation Slack and on Twitter and in the forums. A lot of people are wondering, this last Dash rise that we've had, is it sustainable? And people are wondering, what does it take to build a currency that would be successful in the long term? And we're going to examine that question today. Anybody who's been a part of Dash knows that the last couple of weeks have been very hectic. First came the release of 12.1. The miners were first out of the gate. They updated in 100 hours. They were fantastic. The masternode owners were a little bit slower, but due to the complexity of the subject matter, I can understand. And the users and wallet owners were quick to update as well, and it was fantastic. And the market reacted to this. They drove the price up of Dash quite substantially. And a lot of people are wondering, is it just a pump and dump? Or is there something behind it? Does it have legs? And of course, I don't know the answer to that question, but I do know that I've never been in a group of people that have been so dedicated and focused to a single cause as Dash is. In my opinion, we're seeing a revaluation in the industry. A lot of people are taking notice of Dash and its innovations and its economic incentives and its healthy community, and they want to invest in a currency that's going places. So today I'm going to attempt to describe the 3 pillars of Dash and what I think are the 3 pillars of Dash in order to succeed. So in my mind, there's 3 pillars to being a successful cryptocurrency. The first one is to have great technology, to have something that customers will want to invest in or will want to use. The second is economic incentives and understanding economic principles, such as the masternodes hosting the blockchain and getting a portion of the block reward for performing services for the Dash network. And the third one is social, having a great community, being respectful to one another and supporting each other. And that's one that's not often talked about a lot in the digital currency circles, but it's one that I believe is very important. So let's look at some of Dash's competitors and see how they fare in the 3-pillar assessment that I just brought forth. The first currency I'm going to look at is Dogecoin. And Dogecoin had a great, fantastic community. What can I say about this community? It was great. It was one of the first experiences I had in digital currency. They were great tippers. They were very good to each other. It was just a fantastic community to be a part of, very friendly. But unfortunately, they didn't work very hard on their technology, and their economic incentives were also lacking. So they started to fall down, and people didn't talk about them as much. The second is Manero. Manero has great technology. They have a great privacy model. Some would argue that it's even better than Dash's privacy model. That's not the topic of today's show, but they do have great technology. But their economic incentives are lacking. Their blockchain is quite large, and they don't have any economic incentives to run full nodes. Unfortunately, Manero has a few active members whose sole purpose it is to go and troll other people's forums, such as the Dash thread on Bitcoin Talk, YouTube channels, or anything else where they can throw in a bad word about Dash. Now, I'm sure the Manero community has a lot of positive members, but this is the impression that other people get with these trolls that are out online. So Manero currently doesn't have all 3 of these either. Dash is the complete package in digital currency. It has the technology with instant transactions with instant send, optional privacy with private send, the Masternode network, which will host the DAPI and Evolution, and also has Spork technology, which we just witnessed in 12.1, where the devs, they monitor the network for network health, and they can issue one Spork after another until the hard fork has been completed. And we just completed that today. Congratulations to Dash. And these are the technological features that separate Dash from the rest of the digital currency space. Next, we have economic incentives. Dash has the Masternode network, which gives Masternode owners a percentage of the block reward when they host the blockchain and they perform services for the network. And they also are going to offer investment accounts with Evolution, and the basic owners, the basic people who use Evolution, will be able to get investment opportunities through Dash. So we understand economic incentives. We're also going to keep our transaction fees low by keeping the blockchain open. If the block limits need to be raised, we'll raise them. We'll always make sure there's lots of room to keep the transaction fees low. Lastly, Dash's community is wonderful. They help each other out. They make it fun, you know. One user, Talk Normal, he posted in the Bitcoin Talk thread that he ran nodes for other coins, and nothing could beat running a Dash node. You get paid, and you get to have fun trying to figure out this technology and being a part of a great group of people. So Dash has technology, it has the economic incentives, and it also has the community. So in my opinion, this is why you're seeing the rise right now. People are understanding that competitors don't offer these. And the biggest competitor that Dash has is Bitcoin. And Bitcoin has great technology. It was the first one. It has a great group of developers. This can't be overlooked. It has the most developers. It has the most money going towards it. So it has great technology, but they lack economic incentives. The Bitcoin blockchain is quite large, and it costs quite a bit to run a VPS that has the capacity to handle it. So it's kind of lacking in that regard. Also, the community has shown that it cannot come to any sort of consensus without the opposing forces butting heads and saying, well, my way is right, no, my way is right, we have to do it this way, we have to do it that way. They have conversations on Reddit, they have conversations on Twitter, they have conversations on YouTube, but still nothing gets done. So this is something that you have to watch in the digital currency space. It's important to have a governance that can negotiate the different factors in the community and be able to agree on a way forward. And the community has to be willing to make these sacrifices for the greater good of the currency. And this is not what we're seeing in Bitcoin right now. In Dash, we have it together where we run the governance system, people can vote, and we can agree to disagree. We have our squabbles, but at the end of the day, the Masternode owners vote, and that's it, we move on. And that's one of Dash's strengths. So if you want my opinion, I don't think that this latest price rise is temporary. I don't think it's a pump and dump. Once again, I could be wrong. But based on these things that I described to you, I would think that Dash has a solid chance to rise up, take the number 3 position, take the number 2 position, and go right after the top dog. I think that we have what it takes to compete with Bitcoin and possibly even surpass them in the future. Dash is ridiculously undervalued, in my opinion, and I'm sure we'll see lots of good times with Dash coming up in the near future. Well, that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more of me and cash alternative episodes. Until next time, remember, Dash is a digital alternative to cash. Bye for now.